Hi folks, how you doing? WrestleTrueResults303.com. Check out the website, link in the description box. Mind, body, spirit, fitness, putting the healing back in health. Coming at you today with a video on the greatest compliment that anyone could ever give you. If you get this compliment, you know you're on the right path. But of course, it can be taken out of context, so it just depends really where you are in life and what you are doing with your life. Of course, this isn't going to apply for someone who, might be a drug addict or, something along those lines. If you start getting into that, you're an alcoholic, anything like that, this compliment is not going to work in that case, even though you will probably hear this exact sentence when you are doing something like that, when you were spiraling out of control. You will hear this exact same sentence, but it just kind of depends on the path you're on in your life. So for me, this happened to me a couple weeks ago, not a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, one of the Mayweather fights, watching a fight. Of course, once we start doing, you go to these fights, everybody's having a good time, drinks are flowing, whatever the case may be. I was getting ready to leave, and my buddy came up to me and told me, I was just saying bye. And out of nowhere, he told me, you've changed. And so, that's the greatest compliment you can ever get if you're doing something right in your life. And, then he went on this whole rant about how if I wouldn't change, I'd have been getting drunk with him and whatever else, whatever extracurricular activities might have been going on, not sure. But, that's a good compliment, I think. He was a little upset that I wasn't over there drinking, and getting drunk. And tell you the truth, I was tired as heck. It was already 10 o'clock at night. I hate to say it, 10 o'clock on a Saturday. I was tired. I'm not going to lie. I get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to do my readings. And sometimes I'm making these videos that early in the morning. And that's why it's dark sometimes in the background of these videos, because it's usually like 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm making these videos. But anyways, if that's the context of you're getting that, that sentence, and that, I guess it could be, I don't want to say it was hate. I think he was just upset that I'm not around anymore or as much. I don't really know what it is, because he's not around as much either. He's doing his own thing. He's trying to start his own business. Good luck to him. I'll try to help him in any way I can and support him. I've never once told him he was doing something wrong. There are things he does that we've talked about that I don't approve of. But that's none of my business. When it comes to him, I've expressed a little bit, but other than that, it's none of my business. So we're just heading in our own directions, and unfortunately, that happens. But like I said, if you're getting that comment, you've changed. It's most likely going to be a good thing. I mean, you have to be the judge of that. What are you doing in your life at that time? What are you doing to change? And can you actually, if you're doing something that you don't think truly is wrong, like I said, you're not out drinking all the time, doing drugs, hitting women, starting fights, getting arrested. In my opinion, if you're doing something that's most likely not going to get you arrested, and people are telling you that you've changed, you've most likely changed in a really good way. And unfortunately, people just aren't on that same path. And sometimes when you're not on the same path, people don't like that. Or sometimes when people see you doing, that envy or that jealousy comes into play. And we all have it, whether it's someone that's making more money than us, we unfortunately sometimes become jealous or envious of that. Or they look better, or they have nicer clothes, nicer this or that, And sometimes just when people see the change and it's a good change, they don't like it. This is the same thing for fitness. For me, I dealt with it a lot when I went vegan and I was down, like right now, my dad passed away, for those of you who don't know, in July of this year, 2015. It's November now. Then I just recently tweaked my knee. But to tell you the truth, when my father passed away in July, now it's already November, there hasn't been much working out going on. I gained about 7 pounds. I'm up to 180 right now. But when I was vegan, I was at 155. And all I got all the time from everybody was, you need to eat, you're so freaking skinny, blah, 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 blah. And I was, you could definitely see it in my face. My face was really skinny. But everyone kept telling me that. And one time I was finally sick of it at a family function because, of course, when you're vegan and no one else is, you're usually not eating much at family functions. So right there in the middle of family, I just ripped my shirt off. And I was like, do I look too skinny? Do I seriously look too skinny? And everyone was like, no, you actually look good. You can see some definition and some muscle in there. I was like, exactly. So leave me alone. Just leave me alone. But I think when we were on this journey of self-improvement and we're doing these different things, people just realize that they can do better. And unfortunately, if they're not doing better in that area, whatever area you're doing, making improvements in, they get a little upset. And that's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Like I said, it happens to people with, when other people have more money. For me, I get a little jealous of these things. You see like some of the people I follow on YouTube, 1,000,000 followers, 500,000 followers. I'm sitting at like 30. And some of them I think are my family members that I just went to my YouTube channel on their phones and subscribed and for them, But hey, I'm an infant in this journey. Unfortunately, I decided to take this path a little later in life, I guess you could say, because I'm 33. I really didn't get my health and my spirituality and my mind and everything correct until about 2 years ago. 31, 32. I started at 27. It really took me till I was about 31 to even have the slightest, what I consider, control over it. And now, 2 years later, from 31 to 32, now I'm almost in the zone. I'm almost there, but I'm still struggling. So for a lot of people, they would say I didn't start late. I think they say like Mozart or Beethoven, whoever it was, didn't write their first big, their big piece until they were in their 50s or something. A lot of people do great things later in life. And for a lot of people, when I tell them about it, my journey, they say, oh, you're still young. You started young. I wish I would have started a little bit younger, but hey, it is the way it is. But like I said, you've changed. The greatest thing most likely you will ever hear. Those should be the most beautiful words you've ever heard in your life. And don't let anybody guilt you into thinking that you're doing something wrong if you're on a fitness journey, a mental journey or a spiritual journey. Whatever that case may be, don't ever let anyone let you think that otherwise, that you're not doing something good. And if they're telling you you've changed, you most likely are doing it for a good reason. If it's those three, like I said, if it's it's like that saying, nothing good happens after 10. Nothing good happens after midnight. Like I said, if you're doing something that you cannot get arrested for, most likely you're doing something great if you're trying to improve yourself in some way, shape, or form. So, once again, I hope this video helps you on your journey. Subscribe to the channel, share and like these videos.